Hey friends, this is Mayla. I'm back with another video today. Today, I'm not going to be in my garden. What I'm going to be doing is starting on 2 wood trellises for my mom. Back about maybe 2 months ago, I transplanted 3 roses from out of my garden and took them to my mom's house. I planted 2 of them into the ground and 1 into a pot. They were like a really small, petite rose called Lilac Days from the Proven Winners, I believe, Rise Up collection. It's a beautiful rose. It just didn't do well in my landscape, and now that I think back on it, I believe it's because I had it in a pot, and I'm not sure if I fertilized as much as I should have. However, my mom has 2 of them in the ground, and they are doing magnificent. They are growing, and she said this thing is, she said it's getting really tall, and it's just like falling over into the grass. And then I remembered, oh, it was a vine. It's a rose vine. So I thought of the perfect thing. I am going to make, there's like one corner in my mom's backyard that gets pretty good amount of sun, and so we are going to build a small 2-foot wide uh, trellis for one side of the corner, and then a 2-foot wide trellis for the other side of the corner, and then one plant a rose in front of each, and maybe even one on the corner, to just kind of have that whole corner fill up with that one rose. So I'm going to get started. I have learned from the 2 trellises that I made myself that I am going to make all of my cuts, and my mom's is not going to be as big and heavy duty as mine were. They're only going to be 2 feet wide each. They'll be 8 feet tall, but only 2 feet wide, and not as much wood. So I have already gone to Home Depot and purchased all of my parts, all of my wood and everything. What I'm going to do is I'm going to set up all of my saw and everything. We are going to cut all of the pieces, and then I am going to stain all of them all at once, stain them before I put it together. I learned when making my other 2 that it was just harder to paint and stain once the trellis was already made, getting into all those grooves and everything. So I'm going to go ahead and cut all of my pieces. Then I am going to stain all of the pieces, let them dry, and then I'm going to take it over to my mom's house another day. So we'll finish up this video, either part 2 of the video, or finish it up in this one video towards the end. I'm going to take all the pieces over there. We will put it together and install it all at one time. And then if there is any touch-up painting that I need to do, then I'll do it once we have it installed. So we're going to get started with that, and I should be able to get both of them done, all the pieces cut and all the pieces stained today, since I'm not having to get into all those grooves. It's just to be long pieces. All right, let's get started. I'm excited. I'm going to post a picture of what I sent her. I went on Pinterest. I love Pinterest. So I went on Pinterest, and I like searched for like small wood trellis ideas, or whatever it was that I searched for, and I got a bunch of different, it was a bunch of different ones. Some were kind of like for vegetable gardens and, you know, fruits and things like that, little trellises, and then they even had some nice wood trellises. But she did not want anything too heavy looking, too massive. We are going to paint this one black because my mom has like red brick, and so we have that black and then that natural wood color stain already. We're trying to use what we have to keep costs down as low. So we felt like the black stain would look better up against her red brick than that natural wood stain, color wood. So she picked out the one she wanted. I will post on the screen the one she chose, and let's get started. And you guys tell me once we're done how you think I did. All right. this is all the wood we need for 2 trellises. I got 4 2x2s, and that's 8 feet long. I got 4 of them, and I'm just realizing that one of them is bowed. This right here, it's bowed pretty bad. You see it curved there. So we're gonna have to take that back and exchange it for another one. And then I got a 12 pack of the 1x2s. I only needed like 10 of them, but they was like taped together, tied together. So I picked up the whole 12 pack, and the guy said, just return it. Return whatever you don't need. So I'm going to cut those out. We're going to pick out the best the best 10 out of that. And actually what we'll do is just go ahead and make all of our cuts, and then we'll return whatever we don't use. And when we return whatever we don't use in this, I can exchange the 2x2. But I ended up getting all treated wood this time. The ones that I made, the 1x2s, were not treated, and I believe the 1x3 was not treated either. But I got all treated wood. I know my dad is going to want treated wood on their property, so I went ahead and spent a little bit extra money and got all treated wood for my mom's trellises. So we are going to go ahead and make these cuts and kind of put it together roughly, just kind of lay it all out to make sure everything looks good before I run up to Home Depot and exchange and return what I don't use and exchange that 2x2. All right.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go.
So I picked out a couple more pieces that were bowed. So I am going to go ahead on and cut what I can, and then we'll run over to Home Depot. Excuse me. Then we're going to run over to Home Depot and exchange out because I have two of the 2x2s that are bowed. And I think a lot of the 1x2s are pretty good because they were tied together so tight in that bundle that when I opened it up, I only saw like 1 or 2 that was bowed, but we only needed 10 anyway, and it was 12 to a bundle. So 2 of those I'm just going to return. I don't have to exchange, but when I go back, I will have to exchange for 2 more of the 2x2 treated wood that is straight, so that we can make the second. And then I actually have some 1 or 2 pieces of wood that I need to return from when I did mine too. I take this stuff back. I take it back because it's just money sitting here in my garage. So let's get to cutting wood. All right.
Through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the to thousands, and we'll grow in number, fueled by
So I laid it out roughly because of the sun. It's hard to see, but this is how it's going to be. Those are the 2x2s on the ends, and everything else is a 1x2. There are 3 in the center, and then 6 going horizontal. I just have it laid out roughly. It's not nailed or anything. I'm going to go return all those pieces to Home Depot. I need to get I'm going to return those and then get 2 more treated 2x2s. And then there is the rest of the cut pieces for the second trellis. So once I come back with my additional 2x2s, then we'll paint all of that and then we'll be done. Alright, I am back from Home Depot. I returned all of the warped wood and I got my 2 new pieces of 2x2s. I have the pieces of wood laid out, and we're going to go ahead and get to start staining them inside the garage where the shade is. So I'm going to set you guys up so you can just watch me do what you've seen me do before. But this time I'm just staining pieces of wood that's not put together. It will be much easier this way. I wish I had done this the last time. Alright, you live and you learn. Alright guys, this is the end of the video. My battery died and I didn't realize it. So I had to go in and charge the battery for a little while, and I finished staining all of the wood pieces. So this is everything. I had to go look at them really close to make sure the sides, all the little nooks and crannies were covered. You know, when you're painting something that's light colored and you're painting it black, you have to really look very closely. And these are the small pieces that are going to be horizontal. So it still took me quite a while to paint these pieces. It really didn't go as quick as I thought. Maybe if I had had a roller and rolled it on, it may have gone a little bit quicker. But even with that, sometimes when you're rolling on black paint onto wood, you got to press hard. You got to make sure you get everything. So, but it was still, even though it took a while, it was still much easier than painting had I assembled the trellis and then tried to paint it afterwards. So I'm glad I did it this way this time. I'm going to let these pieces dry for a few more hours into the night in my garage, and then I'll come out here in another 2 or 3 hours and move them over to the side so I can park my car in the garage overnight. And then one of the days this week I will head out to, I can't do it tomorrow, my son has a game tomorrow. I can't do it Friday, my son has a game on Friday, but either Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday I will head out to my mom and dad's house and assemble them and install them, and we will move the roses to its new home, because it's supposed to be a pretty mild weather this week. So tomorrow the high is, I believe, like 80, and then we're supposed to get a little rain, so that's going to be nice. But I want to thank you guys for coming along with me today. I know this is something you have seen on my channel before, cutting wood, painting wood, and then we will assemble and install it on another video. But I just want to bring you guys along with everything that I do. This is my journey. So if you like the content that I am bringing and you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Please hit the bell so that you don't miss any of my videos, and also give me a thumbs up if you like my content. Leave me a comment, question, or suggestion in the comment section below. And with that, guys, whether it is morning, afternoon, or evening when you're watching this, I hope you guys are having a wonderful day and enjoy the rest of it. Bye, friends.